Begin on the TCC Library website at library.tccd.edu. Use the library instead of Googling to make sure you find good information. High-quality academic information usually requires a subscription to access. We have already bought those subscriptions for you. Information you find through a Google search is harder to verify and may be biased. The first step to a good paper is spending some time thinking about your topic. You may or may not already have a strong opinion about your topic, but you definitely want to choose an idea you can support and defend with data. How do you know you can defend it? You do a little background research. When you choose a topic, you are committing to putting your time, effort, and grade on the line, so evaluate it first. My favorite set of databases for background research is Gale in Context. On the right side of the library homepage, click the alphabetical list of databases and scroll down to the G's to see your options. Gale in Context Environmental Studies, Global Issues, Opposing Viewpoints, or Science could be good places to look depending on your topic. Let's say you were writing about vaccines. Gale in Context Global Issues covers vaccines because infectious disease is a global problem. Opposing Viewpoints also covers vaccines because people have strong feelings for and against them. Vaccines are also in Science because, well, they're science. Since you are doing a persuasive rather than an informative paper, I would begin with looking at Gale in Context Opposing Viewpoints because it has more expert opinion content. You don't have to search the Gale in Context databases. Click on Browse Issues, and the database has already categorized its content for you. Each of these links goes to a topic page with information about a controversial issue. We can scroll down the alphabetical list until we find Vaccines and click the link. The first thing we see is an overview of the topic. The overview runs about 2 to 3 pages and gives you a good idea of the key issues and opinions on the topic. Click the blue Read More button to see it in full. Opposing Viewpoints is good for persuasive papers because it is one of the few Gale in Context databases with a viewpoint section. Each viewpoint is a mini persuasive essay trying to convince you for or against an idea. Does one side seem more valid to you than the other? You may have just found your topic. You can also use the reference articles, which are basically short encyclopedia articles, to continue to gather information about your topic. Now may be a good time to write your thesis statement. This is a sentence telling your instructor what your topic and your opinion of it are. Writing your thesis statement at this point can help you focus the rest of your research. A good scientist's recommendation will always be based on what the data says, so your thesis statement may be refined later once you know more about your topic. Now that you know how you want to focus your paper, it is time to find high-quality sources to support your thesis. You can stay right here in Gale in Context Opposing Viewpoints and go to the Academic Journal section. On the right side of the journal results, you can filter your results to include only articles you have full text access to that are peer-reviewed. When you are choosing your articles, you want to make sure you pick something recent. For science information, we usually try to limit to sources published within the last 5 years. When you click into an article, you can read the entire article and save it to your OneDrive so it is easy to access when you are ready to write your paper. If you click the Cite button, the database will automatically generate a citation. Make sure to choose the APA format and then double-check the citation. No automatic citation generator is 100% accurate. If you are not familiar with the APA format, please see the TCC Writing Center. They give free workshops on APA several times each month, and they can also sit down with you one-on-one for citation help in person, through online chat, or through email. When you are evaluating your potential articles, refer back to your thesis statement frequently. If you don't see anything that supports your thesis, you may choose to search for more targeted information. I prefer to do that in a different, larger database. I'm going to go back to my alphabetical list of databases and choose ProQuest. ProQuest is a huge database with a lot of science information. Let's say you were writing about whether mandatory vaccinations should or should not exist in Texas. Pull out the keywords to put your search together. For example, Texas and mandatory vaccination. This will get a set of results with the word Texas and the word mandatory next to vaccination. The quotation marks tell the database to put those words next to each other in that order. Check the box to limit to peer-reviewed information. Finally, you can limit your results to the last 5 years and check out what you found. There is some good information, but you may need to play around a little bit with your search terms. If we change the terms to mandatory vaccination and public health, for example, we get a broader set of results that can still apply to your thesis statement. There is no one right way to put together a search, and it may take several sets of search terms before you find all the information you need to thoroughly discuss your topic. Once you find an article you like, click into the article to read it thoroughly, and then click on the Cite button to generate a citation. If you have questions about finding articles, ask a librarian. Help is available through email, chat, and in person. You do not need to make an appointment to talk to the first available librarian. We are here to help you.